at the end of the road onto West Main Street. Left turn at the end of the road and then slight left turn. In 3/10 of a mile, slight left turn onto Mill Hill Road. Next slight left. Proceed about 2 miles to Oyster Bay Road. Proceed about 8/10 of a mile to Lexington Avenue. In half of a mile, right turn onto Lexington Avenue. Proceed on West Shore Road.
to improving your memory and focus that you can get on Amazon. I would get concussion discussion.
Proceed about 9/10 of a mile to
concussion.com.
Milgram Road.
I have social media, Facebook, Kaplan Brain and Body. We got a YouTube channel, Kaplan Brain and Body. We got Instagram and TikTok, Kaplan Brain and Body. So there's a lot of good stuff. If you want to go to my website, it's kaplanbc.com. And if you want to do a one-on-one evaluation with me, that's where I spend about 45 minutes with you. We go over your health goals. We check out everything, your heart, your gut, your lungs. We check out your reflexes, your balance, your memory. It takes about 45 minutes. It's normally $500, but for the first 7 people that call, text, or email, you can get that for also $21.
In half
It's
of
a
a mile,
one-on-one
right turn
with me,
onto
yours truly,
Milgram
Dr.
Road.
Kaplan. Just call or text 646-221-6738 or email info@kaplanbrainandbody.com. This is Dr. Eric Kaplan. You're listening to Boost Your Brain Power. We will see you next week.
The preceding pre-recorded program sponsored by Kaplan Brain and Body, LLC.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis or candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, risankizumab Rizal, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is every day. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. For treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweat, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine. With Skyrizi, you can achieve 90% clear skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist. Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
From the studios of AM 970 The Actor on Broadway and Wall Street in Manhattan. This is WNYM, Hackensack, New Jersey, New York City. Breaking news this hour at townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Former President Trump has delivered a defiant speech just a day after his third appearance in court for a criminal indictment.
It's not a legal case. It's an act of desperation by a failed and disgraced crooked Joe Biden and his radical left thugs.
At an Alabama Republican Party dinner last night, the former president declared the charges he faces only help his 2024 presidential campaign. Former Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz offered his opinion on defense strategies.
I think they should begin with a change of venue motion to try to get the case out of the most anti-Trump district in all of the United States and away from a very anti-Trump judge.
The noted constitutional scholar spoke with the Salem News Channel. A cyber attack has affected computers at hospitals in several states.
The attack forcing emergency rooms to close, disrupting facilities operated by Prospect Medical Holdings. The company is based in California, has clinics and hospitals there, also in Texas, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Pennsylvania. Some facilities were closed, patients were sent elsewhere. Some emergency rooms were actually forced to use paper records. Authorities say they're still trying to determine the extent of the problem. Jason Walker reporting.
It's a sign Russia's war in Ukraine may not be going so well for the Kremlin after all. Russia's currency, the ruble, tumbled against the U.S. dollar in Friday trading in Moscow, falling to its lowest level since the first month of the war in Ukraine. The decline to 95 rubles against the dollar continued the Russian currency's consistent fall since the start of the year, when it traded at around 65. When Russia initially sent troops into Ukraine in late February of last year, the ruble plunged to as low as 120 against the dollar. Rich Thomason reporting. More on these stories at townhall.com. Dr. Gorka here, and you know me. I am very cynical about products, especially those that claim to help people suffering from pain. So when I tell you the Relief Factor truly works, I want you to know that I mean it. I suffered from a stiff lower back for almost a decade, one so painful it made it difficult to kneel in church on Sundays. When I finally decided to give Relief Factor a try, I didn't ever imagine that I would find myself free of the pain. But that's what happened. Now I take Relief Factor every day. Almost 70% of the more than 500,000 people who have tried Relief Factor end up ordering more. That's because it works for them the way it worked for me. Isn't it time for you to get out of pain? Your first step to becoming pain-free should be to order the 3-week quick start for the discounted price of only $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF to find out more about this offer. FeelTheDifference.com.
NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft is back in contact.
Flight controllers corrected a mistake that had led to weeks of silence. Hurtling ever deep into interstellar space billions of miles away, Voyager 2 stopped communicating 2 weeks ago. That's because controllers sent the wrong command to the 46-year-old spacecraft and tilted its antenna away from Earth. NASA's Deep Space Network sent a new command and the repointing the antenna. The long shot paid off. On Friday, the spacecraft started returning data again. Voyager 2 was launched in 1977, followed 2 weeks later by its twin Voyager 1. Keith Peters reporting.
Stocks fell to close out a rare losing week for Wall Street following mixed reports on the U.S. job market. And two of the market's most influential stocks, the S&P 500, sank 0.5% Friday. That was its fourth straight drop after setting a 16-month high. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. Tapestry Inc. has openings for manager business solutions. SAP order to cash in New York City. This position plays a key role in connecting IT to the business. SAP order to cash identifying optimal technology solutions and managing projects from planning to delivery. Role permits remote work throughout U.S. Salary of at least $139,693 to $160,000. Email resumes to talentrecruiter@coach.com. Reference job number SS7-11859.
With over 100 years of law enforcement in his family's blue blood, Tommy Sedner gives a just the facts, bird's eye street perspective on all things current events, politics, law enforcement, and entertainment. Joined by Robin DeLore, producer and entertainer. The Tommy Sedner Show. Buckle up, America. Listen to the Tommy Sedner Show with Robin DeLore, weekdays at noon on AM 970. The Answer. The following program is pre-recorded. The following is a paid advertisement by Purity Products. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Welcome to the Health and Wellness Show by Purity Products, where we go behind the scenes giving you special access into the world of health and nutrition. Now, here's your host, Mark Larson.
Hello and welcome to the Nutrition Edition by Purity Products. I'm your host, Mark Larson. Thank you for tuning in. A great show ahead for you, so stay tuned. Before we begin, I'd like you to put on your thinking cap, all right? Can you name this nutrient? Now, nutritionists love it because clinical research shows it fights fatigue while promoting muscle strength and endurance. By one antioxidant measurement, it's 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C. It's 800 times stronger than CoQ10. It can improve your depth perception. And millions of people in Japan use it every day to fight wrinkles and fine lines from the inside out. So what is it? What nutrient are we talking about? Well, Sherry Torkos is here to reveal the secret. She's a practicing pharmacist and author. She's written more than a dozen books on health, including the Canadian Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine. Welcome to the program, Sherry Torkos. Good to have you here.
Hey there, Mark. Thanks so much for having me. This secret nutrient that we're going to be talking about is called astaxanthin. And Reader's Digest, they featured it brilliantly in an article called The Latest It Antioxidant. Astaxanthin is a fountain of youth. As you mentioned, very popular in Japan, used mainstream for promoting beauty from within as a capsule. But here in North America, people just aren't as familiar with it. But listen to this. It has 60 human studies validating its efficacy. And as a pharmacist, this really caught my attention. And this nutrient is not something that you can get enough of in diet. It's found in salmon, but you'd really have to eat a lot of salmon, like 5 pounds, just to get a good daily dose.
Well,
so
as much as I
do that.
Yeah, I love salmon, but I'm not going that far. Sherry, I didn't know that there were 60 plus human clinical studies in this specific natural form of astaxanthin that happens to be in Purity's Asta-FX formula. Talked about Japan. Now, this is a capsule. This particular astaxanthin is all the rage for skin health, as they've been finding in Japan. Very, very interesting on so many fronts here, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, astaxanthin at just a 4 milligram dose, and that's the clinical dose that is in Purity's Asta-FX formula. It's clinically tested and shown to fight fine lines and wrinkles from the inside, and millions in Asia take it daily just for that. And I don't want to get too technical here, but just one human study that I'd like to mention to back up these benefits. They used the exact same dose and the type of astaxanthin that's in Purity's product, and they discovered significant benefits for skin hydration, skin texture, smoothness, elasticity, reduction of skin spots, and there was even a reduction of redness and an improvement in the evenness of skin tone. So we're talking about big beauty benefits, and it works from the inside out, which is fabulous. Men love it, women love it, and it's really catching on here in North America.
It sure is. It's a really impressive list of clinical benefits for beautifying skin from the inside out. No wonder they love it there in Japan, and now we're learning about it here. But Sherry, I know you like to say the wrinkle-reducing benefits and the skin tone benefits are just part of this. That's just kind of the cherry on the top. What do you mean by this?
Well, you know, I talk to a lot of people in the pharmacy every week. So I work as a pharmacist, and I also get a lot of friends and family and colleagues asking me about their health.